Ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ ni, ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ ni, ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ ni kò ṣẹ. Ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ ni, ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ ni, ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ ni kò ṣẹ. Mo fẹ́ máa gbọ́ ohùn rẹ. Ṣí mi létí inú láti máa gbọ́ ohùn rẹ, kí n má bàa kùnà ògo. Mo ń gbàdúrà sí ọ.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Skill for You. My name is Patience, your regular anchor on this program. And like I always say, and I mean, it is a delight to be here. Today on the program, we'll be delving into a particular kind of skill set that a lot of people might not even readily identify or recognize as a skill, okay? But it is very, very important to our existence as human beings. Now, let us paint a picture here. Imagine a world without sound. Just picture that for a quick minute. Imagine there's no sound. You can't hear anything. Everything around you just goes silent. To take it a notch higher, imagine a world without music. What a boring space it would be. Anyways, do you know there's such a thing as No Music Day? Even here in Nigeria, we do commemorate the World No Music Day. I think it's usually always on the 1st of September every year. Now, for a few hours, no music is played either on television or on radio. You know, people just talk endlessly. You don't play any music, no kind of soundtrack, nothing. I think usually from the start of the day till about 12 in the afternoon. That's because they're trying to draw people's consciousness to the importance of sound and music in our daily lives. And today on the program, we'll be talking with someone who has identified the importance of sound/music in our everyday lives. And he has taken that as a skill set, built a career on it, and he's doing fantastically well in that regard. If you talk about movies in Nigeria today, he's doing close to 70 to 80% of all the movie soundtracks currently in Nigeria. He studied music. He is a graduate of music, even though he didn't know it will end this way. But you know how it is with life when you follow your passion. But it gives me a sense of pleasure to welcome to the program today our guest. His name is Emeke Joseph, and he'll be telling us all about this magic that he's creating. How are you doing, Emeke?
I'm fine.
Great to have you here. Or should I call you by the industry name, Indo? Indo. I'm sure a lot of people know you by that name.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Indo, and nice to have you on the show.
It's my pleasure. Actually, the way you pronounced my name, Emeke.
Emeke.
I'm sure people will be thinking, he's Emeka, he's Emeka,
Maybe it's a mistake.
You know, it wasn't actually a mistake because my name is Emeke.
Emeke.
That's how they pronounce it in Delta, Okwani, to be precise. But, you know, because people pronounce it Emeka.
We're all used to the Igbo version.
So
but then it does mean the same thing. Emeka
very
is all
correct.
the same meaning.
It's the same meaning. So I just adopted that Emeka Joseph. All right. So my name is Emeka Joseph, Indo, popularly known as Indo. So
once again, it's great to have you on the show today.
It's my pleasure.
All right. So I started by trying, to paint a picture of how important music and sound is to our lives today. But then who better to say this than someone who is actually plying that trade, which is you. So I would like you to, in your own very easy and simple terms, just explain what sound is to us. As lay people, we don't know anything.
Actually, you see sound, when you say sound, Just that, in the music world, people they want to make it a bit complicated. Sound is sound, like you've rightly said from the beginning of your conversation. You said people should imagine this life without sound. It will be boring. But where music comes in is we have different type of sound. We have pleasant sound. We have horrible sounds. So music, you should dish out a pleasant sound. So that is the beauty of music. Okay, so you bring music to sound. Even the world without sound, for me, I think it will be so boring. Like you have said, the no music day thing, they will talk. Imagine we talk for 55 days. We are going out there, we are not hearing any sound.
Nothing.
Even the audible sounds at times, they are needed.
Exactly.
Because you have to hear the sound of a baby, hear the sound of people crying, but, bringing music to it. Music is that pleasant sound that we need. So it speaks, music is that sound that speaks different language. It speaks. You can speak Edo. I can speak Igbo, Yoruba, but there's a root that brings us together, which is the piano. Same melody. That is the beauty.
But then it brings that connection. That's why they say music is universal.
Yeah.
All right. So it doesn't matter the language in which it's delivered. All right. You still connect. Okay. So you are a graduate of music.
Okay.
So that sort of tells me you had like a connection with music like early on in life. You already knew, the path you were going. So I want to know what fascinated you really. How did that come about? What fascinated you about music?
Actually, to be candid, I didn't know I was going to study music.
Really?
Funny enough.
Wow.
It was just as a result of the JAMB cutoff mark. JAMB cutoff mark. And fortunately for me, I used to attend a central choir then. And our boss, the visionary of that central choir, was actually an HOD in a particular polytechnic. That I wanted to study something as banking and finance. So, but I used to attend the central choir here in Lagos. So I just told him that I was going to study banking and finance, and my cutoff mark, and he was like, are you okay? Like, come and do music. You are singing, and that is how I was like, okay. Let me just instead of staying at home.
Exactly.
In those days, you feel like, you don't want to stay at home.
Yes, especially when your friends and, mates are moving on. Yes, I get that.
To be candid, I think that everything works together for good. That is in the scripture. I think that thing really, that statement is for me.
So at what point did you start to like the music as a course?
I think second semester I was already falling in love.
Wow.
Because I sing before I even started studying music. So I was already falling in love at my second semester in the one. I was enjoying it. I was learning so fast. It was so simple for me to understand. Even some people are saying, it's hard, is this? I was just enjoying it, and I knew, okay, something good will come out of it.
Okay.
Even though then, it is not very easy to break out as a musician, a musicologist, because in those days, we do not have that social media presence.
Yes.
It wasn't this strong.
Yes, exactly.
So before you could go to radio, before you could approach radio station, television, where would you get the money from? You have to come from a rich home to shoot a video, to go to
and
that.
Just push yourself to the level where,
And me then, there's no money. Oh. So that was my challenge then. I was thinking, where do I start from? How would this happen, But to the glory of God, somehow, the talent speaks for me.
Did you think you were actually going to build a career on music? Or did you just want to have that degree under your belt and then just move on to something else?
Okay, that's a bit sensitive, because I like being honest in every of my statement. Okay, at a point in time, I didn't understand what career is, what career was, you get. But as I was, I think my HND1. Then I met someone. So he started mentoring me about music business.
Okay.
So that was when I discovered what is called career. Then I was just thinking, I just want to know this music. I want to sing very well in my church. Let people know I mean, it goes beyond singing alone. I know that I can do the theory as well, you know. But when I met that mentor, he started teaching me simplicity, the importance of simplicity in music, and how to be original, how you can break out this and that. So that was when I started having a career. Okay, let me put up with a particular career. It was until I met that bros, you know, that I started teaching me how to break out. So I think he's the one that taught me what career is all about. So not until I met Alade, late Alade Aromire.
Okay.
So it was LTV in those days. We you know, LTV in those days, Sundays, you see celebrities
Everywhere, yes, they come in.
They come in. So I just went there, all in the name of, you know, trying to get a career, make it work. So I met with him and I told him, okay, I'm a musicologist, I sing, I can do this. He said, he was just laughing that you can sing, are you sure? And I said, yes. And immediately he said, wait. Then when he said, just wait for me, give me a few minutes. So when he was leaving, he called me, he drove me down to his office. He owned a TV station then. It was called Yotomi TV. So he drove me to his office and he was like, okay, sing for me here. And I was so shy. He was like, you want to sing and you are shy, sing. So I sang. So he discovered, you have a very good voice. So, okay, what we'll be doing is I produce movies as well. You start from making the soundtrack.
Wow.
So
just like that.
He was an amazing man, like so amazing. Yeah, that man, may so rest in peace.
Amen, amen. I remember the late Alade Aromire. So he gave you your first break.
My first break.
Okay.
He introduced me to movie soundtracks.
Wow.
So that's how I started with him, you know, and doing that soundtracks, then I think it was a bit easier because when they release movies, automatically when the people movie lovers would hear your voice, so they could reckon with that voice, though they don't know the face, but at least because it was consistent, so they were, who is this voice? And the voice was unique. So that's how I started, and that was becoming more interesting for me. So that's how I started. From there I met with Antalanio. So I added to it. From there I met with Wemimo Films. We used to call him Uncle Wemimo. In those days, KKK, Ali Ariwo, Yoruba Film. So that's how we started. And the music soundtrack thing. I think that is the career. That's where I started my career.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and here we are today. And how do you get your inspiration? Like when someone comes to you, I have a movie, I want you to do the soundtrack. What inspires you? Is it from the script? Is it from the title of the movie? How does it work?
You see, you know, because I see different movies every day. So I see a whole lot of things. Yeah, but thank God, Nigerian industry is really improving now. Movie industry. Do you understand? Some people come with scripts. Some would summarize it as voice note. They just give you the synopsis. Then some would tell you, I am sending the preview copy. Which is not
the entire movie, but just
they still have a lot of things to do. So we call it preview copy. So they will send it. But for me, you know, if you send the preview, I think that is more effective because you see the movie.
So you actually sit down and watch the entire movie?
Actually.
You do?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. But now, because of time, I prefer them just summarize it. Voice note. But then you have to, watch the whole movie. And that inspires me the more to write, to see the scenes, the mood and all that. You know, not everybody that knows how to narrate stories.
Sure.
So I think the preview copy works more effective for me.
Wow,
So
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to ask you to do something for us. Maybe play one of your popular soundtracks. But before we get there, for the purpose of this program, and so that we don't deviate too far from, what the objective of this program is, which is to make people understand and to see opportunities in learning skills. Let us discuss what you do as a skill set. That a young man, a young woman out there can actually, aspire to learn and actually make a success out of it. So if a young person, for instance, walks up to you now and says, I like what you do and I want to replicate that in my life, also become, like a musicologist who can also do all these many good things. What would be your advice to such a person? How would you advise them to start? And how would you guide them in treading this terrain?
Just the way we start all other professions now. You get a teacher.
Okay.
Let him or her put you through how you can become a musician. But, music is very wild. So we have different things inside music. Do you want to learn the keyboard? Do you want to learn the guitar, talking drum? Do you want to sing? As a matter of fact, some people will say, I do not have that voice. But I say anybody that talks can sing. As far that is where the skill comes from.
Okay.
Someone has to put you through. Okay, this is how it goes. This is how you must. You shouldn't exceed this kind of sound. Don't open your mouth too much. Do it this way. So that's where the skill comes from. You get a good teacher, a tutor that will tutor you. And, I would definitely advise people to learn it now, because music is really doing a whole lot of things in the society.
Of course. So I mean, we can see it everywhere.
Yeah.
All the artists are the ones that are making the money right now.
Actually.
All right. So because why I asked that question, not everybody will have the opportunity to go to university, and study music and be a graduate, So they can still take it up from where they are.
The truth is that not until you go to university to learn music before you can understand music. As a matter of fact, the world has gone, so digital now that you can even learn on your YouTube if you put your mind.
Okay.
You can learn on YouTube, but it is better as you are learning on YouTube, you still get a teacher. Between 3, 4, 6 months, you must be able to be doing stuff.
Something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, Indo, what you do, how would you say it's impacting society? And how would it say is also affecting the movies that you're working on?
Okay, music generally impacts the society, because music you can use to even preach. Let me put it this way, the politics world. I do not have opportunity to meet with probably the present governor or the present president. But my music, I could dish out something very good, and the president will listen to it.
Definitely.
So if there is a particular lyrics that talks about, just like this, is African China. If you be police somewhere, whatever. Yeah. That's a preaching. It's affecting the society positively. That is that. Then for movie, music does do a lot of justice to movie. In terms of emotions, let's take for instance now, you are watching just the picture without sound. Just the picture. Sound is not out. You are just, no matter how beautiful the picture is, you don't know what they are doing.
Of course.
Do you understand? You'll be lost. So bringing sound to it, okay, you can understand what they are saying. But the emotions won't still be there. So that's where music now comes in. You put in, okay, this particular sound. Maybe somebody is, maltreating somebody and you could hear a particular sonorous sound. That is when you enter into that mood.
Exactly. You feel it the more.
You feel it.
Yes.
So,
I know that feeling.
So these are the things. Then the tension. Imagine it's a crime movie. There's no bang, 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 bang. You won't see. You just be okay, it's a crime. But when that sound comes into it, you feel it. You could relate more. So music, I think music is life life to a movie, every movie. Yeah, that's the truth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's good. You know, and I'm proud of where we have come today in terms of our soundtrack. Before, if you're watching a typical Nigerian movie and you hear the soundtrack, you'll be like, God, what is this? Please turn this off already. But today...
But we improved.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm proud, you know, of how far we have come. And it keeps getting better.
Every day.
In fact, I have heard a particular soundtrack on a movie before. And I'm like... Who sang that song? Why is that not like a song, like on its own? It was that good.
You see that part, eh? You see that part? When people ask me, sorry, why can't you go and release your own song?
Yeah.
Do you know song is song? It's just that they are using it in a movie.
In a movie, yeah.
Do you understand?
I do.
And you know, these days, like you said now, people do not even write soundtrack as soundtrack anymore. They do it like a normal commercial
exactly,
music.
like a song, yeah.
And that's the way it should be. So it's still a song. Probably that song, maybe it's online, maybe you don't know the title.
Maybe.
I can tell you, probably it's on.
It was so good. I was like, wow, you know. All right, so we'll come back. All right, I'll let you just maybe, I don't want to say serenade us, but just do something, you know, do some magic for us.
Okay.
Anyways, if you're just joining us, we're talking with Indo. All right, he does soundtrack for movies. If you're a movie buff, I am sure you have heard this guy's voice, you know, in 1 or 2 or 10 of the movies you have seen, because he's like the number, if you count 1, 2, 3 in the industry, it's like number 1 right now, doing soundtracks, you know, for our own indigenous movies. You can be a success in the music industry without actually doing it the way Davido is doing it. And Indo is a testament to that. We're about to go on a short break. When we come back, Indo will, of course, you know, perform some magic on his keyboard, and then we'll do a little bit more talking. Stay with us. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining us, it's still skill for you. And today we're talking about a particular soft skill set that I know will interest a lot of young people today, because it's got to do with entertainment, music, sound. Do you know you can learn a skill in that regard and be doing fantastically well for yourself? So far, our guest on the program today has taken us through how he started, you know, in his career, and today he's one of the top guys doing soundtracks for indigenous movies. I know very soon he'll be doing for Hollywood and maybe even Bollywood, but he has to learn the language first. It's okay. All right, so Indo, what are you going to play for us?
Okay, so there is actually a song I did in Kolo, the movie, by Funsho Adeolu. So that song, I think people have it online. So
okay, what's it called?
It's Ororeni.
Okay, all right.
Ororeni, 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 ni kò ṣe. Ororeni, 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 ni kò ṣe.
Wow, that's really deep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Open my ears.
Yes. To hear from
you.
Hear your words. Yeah. Wow. Really deep. How does this songs, how do they come to you?
Okay, so aside from God's inspiration, you know, because it's God that inspires. That's the primary thing. Like, before you do anything, it's God that inspires you. Me, when I have my piano around, I don't even write songs down. That's another philo, sophisticated thing.
You're very spontaneous.
That is since I've been doing movies. I've never written songs down. So when I carry my piano like this, it comes like a visual and I drop it.
Wow.
Yeah. Without piano, my producer will say, you can actually, maybe we are going out and something comes out. Like, we say that, I will say, it's not sounding like a song. It sounds like I'm talking. But when I get to the studio, like I've had a guest, a singer that wants to come sing with me in the studio, wants to feature in the particular soundtrack. And he said, so we got to the studio and, so it was like, okay, so let's do the writing and tomorrow or next tomorrow. So my producer started laughing that, do the writing. We are doing movie today. We are doing... He said, where is the song now? So my producer told me, he will do the song now. Don't worry now. You see that? So when I started doing that, the guy was like, no, this is a setup. It's a lie that I've written those songs before. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think it's God's grace.
Yeah.
Actually, then you need to... talent is not enough. You get, like you said, skills. You need to understand what you represent. You need to work harder. Be the best in your game. Wow. So interesting.
Now, I mean to ask, is it just the keyboard, the piano you play? Do you play other instruments?
I play piano, I play bass guitar.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, those are the two. I understand other instrument, but that particular instrument that I like the lead guitar is tiring for me.
Okay, but
when I started learning it, my fingers I just run.
You like soft life. Okay. All right. So, who owns the rights to those soundtracks? Is it you or the owners of the movie? Because I know you are paid to do those soundtracks, but then who owns the rights to them? Can you put them in a compilation?
Are you sure you don't know the answer?
I do not know the answer.
You are just pulling my legs.
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not. It's not like I don't understand what copyright and all those things are, but then I just want to know.
Okay, so any composer of a song owns the intellectual property.
Right.
Automatically. My voice is my intellectual property.
I know that. But we paid
song,
you, sir.
You paid me that I should authorize you to use it for your movie.
Oh.
But it can be discussed.
Exactly.
So it can be discussed. If you want, like Biodun Steven, there's a producer, if you know Biodun Steven.
I know her, yeah.
Biodun Steven, I've given like about 3 songs to Biodun Steven. She paid for it because she understands the business very well. She will call me, Indo, I want to own this song.
Outrightly.
Okay. What will it cost me? And I will charge her.
All right. So it's based on agreement. Okay. All right. Thank you again to our guest today, Emeke Joseph, aka Indo. That's the name he goes by in the industry. Thank you again for coming, and really you're doing so well. Wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Going forward. All right. You're going to play us out while you're getting ready with our next track. Let me quickly speak to my people. Thank you for watching the podcast show today again. Remember that we are here to bring you, all the valuable information, awareness that will ginger you to actually make that very good and bold decision to go and learn a skill. There are skill sets you can learn in music. Take advantage of that. Thank you again, Indo. Thank you for coming. And don't forget that this production is brought to you courtesy of the Honey Trade Academy. We have a media production arm. Please come and do business with us, and we'll be very, very happy indeed to showcase you to the world. Our numbers and also our social media handles are on the screen. Do good, contact us, and let's do this together. All right, Indo.
Thank you.
What are we dancing out of this session?
Oh, we are still there.
Yes, we are.
Okay, let me just do. Ilé là ń lọ, àgbẹ̀ kan oroko kó gbàgbé ilé.
Wow, that's an old one.
Ẹja rèlé, ilé là ń lọ, àgbẹ̀ kan oroko kó gbàgbé ilé. Let's go home.
Home sweet home.
Bye-bye.
Bye.